No. All right. Last thing we got here. We got about 5 minutes left. Fanta, did the committee do a good job or a bad job in their top 16 reveal over the weekend?
They did a good job. I thought that they did a clean job, and I'll be one to say, hey, they didn't make the mark. But I liked what they did here. I totally agree with the 1 seeds. I still would have Kansas as a 1. Kansas has a combined 15 quadrant 1 and quadrant 2 wins. You're not going to find more of a total than that in college basketball. So their overall body of work trumps what was a bad afternoon against Kentucky, and it was a bad afternoon, but it goes beyond that, and that's what the committee did, and they held their guns. And I do think, and I know that some people say, well, conference affiliation doesn't matter. But to me, the Big 12 is the best league in college basketball. You got to put somebody on the one line from that league. And they went with Kansas. And I think that was smart. I think that Baylor still being a 2 made sense to me. I had no objections to the 2 line with Duke, Purdue, Kentucky, and Baylor. The 3 line intrigues me because I don't know if Tennessee will stay on the 3 line. You know, they were on there to start. I'm not just saying that because they lost to Arkansas, who's playing really well and would be another dark horse candidate because they've been on fire. But I thought that they got it right. I did not have any objections to this. I did find it interesting when the committee chair said that Ohio State and Houston were 2 teams that were left off of this top 16 reveal that were highly considered. Neither one of them is playing like a top 16 team.
No.
So I actually think that only validated on Saturday that the committee got this right. And I agree with the selection committee. We could talk about one line over another, but overall, when I saw that reveal, I didn't say, man, they got that wrong, or, ooh, I don't like that. I thought that they got it right.
The only one that I'll say is I thought Tennessee probably would be better served as a 4 seed as opposed to a 3, and then maybe you could swap them. And I feel like I don't mean to sound like this, but I feel like I'm almost coming off as a homer for Providence, but 21-3 and they're 6-1 against the quad 1. Like, I don't want to come off as a homer towards Providence. That wasn't my goal coming into this conversation, but like 21-3 and it's 6-1 in the quad 1. Are we looking too much into KenPom as opposed to actual results? Like, that's the only thing I could see. Illinois obviously deserves. They have a lot of losses to be a 3 seed. A lot of losses to be a 3 seed. 7 losses right now. If they lose 1 or 2 more, that's typically in that 4 or 5 range. Am I wrong in saying that? And you know, that's probably my only qualm with that. Maybe Illinois could be a 4. UCLA, throw them up to a 3. But at, you know, 1 and 2 seeds, I'm on board with most of those. But that 3 or 4, that's where it gets a little interesting for me.
Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to our Fielding the 68 show. It's our bracketology show that is every Monday and every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, the only legitimate time zone. And they got all 16 of these teams right. The only thing that they had that wasn't exactly what the committee had is they had Duke and Villanova swap. So Duke is 8th. Villanova is 9th. They had Villanova 8th and Duke 9th, and they had Illinois and Wisconsin swapped. Illinois is 12th, Wisconsin is 13th. They had Wisconsin 13th, Wisconsin 12th, and Illinois 13th. So those dudes, they crushed it. So make sure you tune in. That will be going every Monday and every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, the only legitimate time zone. But anyway, listen, this has been another episode of the DTF podcast. We are going to be coming back to you guys again next Monday morning. So for John Fanta, for Terrence Oglesby, my name is Rob Doster. Go bet with Bet Rivers. Boom.